This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 8th of July in the year 2024. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Tonight we begin with some tragic news out of the village of Unity in Mahaica. The bodies of two Unity Mahaica young men who were pulled out to sea during an afternoon swim on Sunday were found this afternoon by search parties. The two dead young men, 20-year-old Navin Sinot and 17-year-old Daniel Puduram, went missing as heavy waves rushed in and pulled them out to sea at the Unity Beach yesterday afternoon. A third friend, Joshua Dionarine, had just left the water after noticing the waves becoming rough when his friends vanished under the water. He explained to investigators that as they were swimming, the tide became stronger as heavy waves kept rushing in. He said he became concerned and decided to leave the water, but his two friends continued swimming. The young man said moments later he could no longer see them, and he immediately raised an alarm, running home to the village of Unity and telling family and friends. While waiting on emergency services, family members and residents from the village of Unity rushed down to the beach and immediately launched a search operation. The police and emergency services joined the search operations, which continued into late last night. This morning, those operations restarted, but it was not until this afternoon that the two bodies were discovered floating out in the Atlantic Ocean. Both bodies were brought to shore this afternoon. Earlier today, family members said they have all been left in disbelief. They said the young men were friends for a number of years and would visit the beach almost every weekend to swim.
Very loving, kind, well-mannerly child. He's not a bad person to say they does normally come at the beach. They play the cricket, they swim, is normally the something. It's a normal routine for them on a Saturday, Sunday. A lot of people just be out here, but it's something happen, we don't even get words to say, to explain that what goes really wrong there, because I was not at home. It's when I get a message, when my sister called me and tell me, I come out. A lot of people was here.
Post-mortem examinations are to be carried out on the bodies. More news coming up in just a moment.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. If you are 18 years or over by June 30, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors PLE in all the registration divisions for you to check if you are listed and whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Monday, the 22nd of July, 2024. For more information, contact GCOM on 2250-27829 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
calling all small to large scale businesses. The International Building Expo 2024 is coming to the National Stadium from August 8th to 11th, 2024. Whether you're a small business or a major player, there's a package for you starting as low as $20,000. Network with industry leaders, boost your brand visibility, and generate high quality sales leads. Register now at www.buildingexpo.gy. That's www.buildingexpo.gy, or call 592-635-1103 or 592-635-1104.
Oh no, welcome to Building Expo. Oh, yeah. Oh.
This evening, police investigators are continuing their probe of the murder of a Venezuelan woman whose lifeless body was discovered along the roadway in the new diamond housing development on the east bank of Demerara. The woman has been identified as Evelyn Alfonso Alves. She was 23 years old and was also a mother of 3. The police said she lived in East Street, Georgetown, along with her mother, who is Guyanese. The body was discovered on Sunday morning by construction workers in the area in the new diamond scheme. 2 excavator operators told the police that they were refueling their excavators when they noticed the woman's body lying face down at the side of the roadway. Police investigators were summoned to the area, and during their probe they noticed a bullet wound to the back of the woman's head, while a 9mm spent shell was discovered a short distance away from the body. The police said a dead woman was found clad in a white t-shirt and a black jeans with a pair of black flat shoes on her feet. A tattoo of a butterfly was also found on the woman's right arm. Investigators have been combing the area for evidence. No suspect has been arrested so far. The governor of the Bank of Guyana, Dr. Gobind Ganga, has reported that there is no shortage of foreign currency at commercial banks. A number of business owners have been complaining in the past few days that they have been facing difficulties in making overseas payments through their banks because of a reported shortage of foreign currency again. One businessman told News Source that it appears as though foreign currency is only available in very small amounts, which would be bad news for businesses that have to pay overseas suppliers via US dollar money transfers. In a telephone interview with News Source this afternoon, the central bank governor, Dr. Gobind Ganga, said based on the information provided to him daily, there is an adequate amount of foreign currency at the local banks.
We know for sure that there is enough in the system. Some banks do have, some don't have, right? And it happens, it's not something that happens every other day or, whenever the flows come in, they are able to satisfy their demand. When the flows are, and it goes from bank to bank. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but have you made any checks with the commercial banks over the past week or so?
No, I usually have that information every day. So we know who and what is happening out there, right?
And based on what you're seeing is that there's no shortage.
No, there is no shortage on a growth perspective, but you might go to an individual bank now, maybe the bank doesn't have sufficient funds, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't have funds in a day or two or whenever.
1 month ago, the central bank injected a total of $85 million into the local market to ease complaints about the shortage then. Dr. Ganga said that money was more than enough to address the problem. It is suspected that some banks may be hoarding the foreign currency for some of their large customers, and that may be the reason why some customers are being informed of a shortage in foreign currency.
About a month or less, we put in 80 million in the system, which was more than what was needed. right? I don't know if you recall that.
Yeah, I remember that. So that's why I'm trying to figure out why there might be this complaint again creeping up.
Well, put it this way. There's this issue of hoarding. The money was available, everybody just collected and they do what they have to do, or what more they did not have to do. Like, for example, money was available, instead of paying for one shipment, they pay for 3 and 4 shipments. So when you go to the bank now, that money which was supposed to be available to others also, they can't have access to it.
The Bank of Guyana governor said he has not received any reports of any shortage at this time. However, it was noted that the central bank will continue to monitor the situation. In the oil and gas sector right now, Guyana received 162.3 billion Guyana dollars in oil revenues and royalties during the second quarter of this year, according to a notification of receipts presented to the National Assembly today by Senior Minister with responsibility for finance, Dr. Ashley Singh. Minister Singh told the National Assembly that the petroleum revenues were paid into the Natural Resource Fund during the period 29th of March to the 30th of June in accordance with the Natural Resource Fund Act of 2021. According to the notice, Guyana received a total of 8 payments in oil revenues based on lifts of crude oil earned as profit. On the 8th of April, 17.4 billion Guyana dollars was deposited into the Natural Resource Fund based on a lift of profit oil executed on the 8th of March from the Liza Unity FPSO. Subsequent lifts amounting to 18.5 billion Guyana dollars and 17 billion Guyana dollars were executed on the 13th of April and the 11th of May from the Liza Unity FPSO and paid into the fund. 3 other lifts of profit oil executed on March 14, April 23, and May 11 from the Prosperity FPSO totaled more than 52.5 billion Guyana dollars. Additionally, 36.1 billion Guyana dollars was paid into the Natural Resource Fund based on the lift of profit oil executed on the 13th of April and the 29th of May from the Liza Destiny FPSO. Guyana also received $20.6 billion in royalty from ExxonMobil and its co-venturers based on production during the first quarter of 2024. Royalties are paid on a quarterly basis, 30 days following the end of each calendar quarter.
Calling all small to large scale businesses. The International Building Expo 2024 is coming to the National Stadium from August 8th to 11th, 2024. Whether you're a small business or a major player, there's a package for you starting as low as $20,000. Network with industry leaders, boost your brand visibility, and generate high quality sales leads. Register now at www.buildingexpo.gy. That's www.buildingexpo.gy. Or call 592-635-1103 or 592-635-1104.
Oh no, welcome to Building Expo. Yeah.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors OLE. If you became 18 years or over by June 30th, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors PLE in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can make a claim for registration, change or correction to your particulars, or you can object to the inclusion of anyone who you believe should not be on the list. If you are desirous of making a claim or objection, you must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to do so. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of the above transactions. All GCOM registration offices will be open Mondays to Fridays from 8 hours to 18 hours, Saturdays and Sundays from 10 hours to 14 hours. For further information, contact GCOM at 225-027829, 226-65578 or 9, 223-9650, or visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy.
NYC, New York City. Get ready as the original Big People Party with the same vibes you've seen and loved comes to you this Labor Day weekend on Saturday, August 31st with some of the biggest one-man bands out of Guyana and New York. Look out for Super A, Murphy, Buster, and Super Terry. Big People Party! Along with the legendary Glenn Washington.
Baby, don't take my kindness for weakness. If loving you is wrong,
Glenn Washington.
I don't wanna be right.
Glenn Washington and his band at Industry City, New York City. Get your super early bird general tickets at $40 and VIP access $150 all inclusive. And all are available at hjexperience.com. This event is brought to you by Hits and Jams Entertainment, Marvelous Entertainment, and GD Events. It's the original Big People Party at Industry City, New York City on Saturday, August 31st. The big and proper edition.
Mobil 1 is more than oil. It's many oils. It transforms at the molecular level. When cold, it's thicker than honey. When hot, it's thinner than water. Mobil 1 adapts and readapts to last longer. 16,000 kilometers between oil changes. That's your engine evolved.
Sol Guyana is the authorized distributor of Mobil lubricants.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors OLE. If you became 18 years or over by June 30th, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors PLE in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you have changed your address since you were registered, you need to visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your new area of residence to apply for a transfer. Monday, 15 July 2024 is the last day you can apply for a transfer during this exercise. For further information, contact GCOM at 225-027829, 226-65578 or 9, 223-9650, or visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy.
The government of Guyana, along with private sector agencies, will be heading to New York on the 27th of July to host a job fair to highlight various employment opportunities in Guyana, with a focus on the oil and gas sector and related sectors. The event will be targeting skilled Guyanese who are living in the New York area and may be considering a return home to work in the oil and gas sector or one of the related sectors. In a statement today, the Guyana government said the Diaspora Job Fair will feature participation from key private sector leaders and stakeholders. Attendees, the statement said, will be offered insight into the diverse opportunities available across various sectors in the country. Additionally, information on the remigration process will be made available. The government says it sees the job fair as a way to harness the talents and expertise of Guyanese living in the diaspora, encouraging them to use their skills and expertise in Guyana to assist in the development of the country and its economy. The Diaspora Job Fair will take place at the New York LaGuardia Marriott Hotel on the 27th of July. Registration and more information can be found at GuyanaConsulateNewYork.org. Turning now to business. Popular Asian restaurant chain P.F. Chang's has officially launched its Guyana restaurant on High Street in Kingston, Georgetown. The new restaurant is being managed and operated by the Coram Group, which also owns the Amici restaurant and holds a franchise for Pizza Hut. P.F. Chang's represents the group's latest addition to its business cuisine in Guyana. At the launching ceremony on Sunday evening, the CEO of the Coram Group, Claremont Cummings, said the opening of the restaurant is coming after 18 months of hard work. He said his company will continue to invest in the local economy and assist in the building of Guyana.
The genuine intent here, the real genuine intent here is not just to invest in food concepts, but to also create concepts that foster a sense of community. A place where friends and families can gather, celebrate, talk through issues, and make lasting memories.
Through a partnership with JMMB Jamaica, the Coram Group will also be opening P.F. Chang's restaurants in Jamaica, Barbados, and the Cayman Islands. President Irfan Ali, in his remarks at the launching, noted the changing service industry landscape in Guyana. He welcomed the investment and said it forms part of building and showcasing Brand Guyana. The president also said there should also be protection of Brand Guyana. He said the government of Guyana will continue to support and accommodate investments. The new P.F. Chang's restaurant promises to captivate diners with a distinctive fusion of traditional Asian flavors and modern twists on classic dishes. The restaurant showcases a fusion of Asian-inspired decor and will open its doors for lunch and dinner offerings from this Wednesday. Turning our attention now to the courts, the three men who were nabbed last Thursday in a car with 10 pounds of cocaine have been charged and remanded to jail. The three drug trafficking suspects, chef and businessman Roll Hoyt, security guard Joel Hodge, and veterinary doctor Kwesi Joseph all appeared in court this morning and pleaded not guilty to the drug trafficking charges when those charges were read to them. The court was told that last Thursday, Kanu officers were conducting a drug enforcement operation on Vlasingen Road in Georgetown when they intercepted a car with the three men and found 5 large packets of cocaine stashed in that car. The cocaine carried a weight of just over 10 pounds. The three were immediately arrested and taken to Kanu headquarters, where they were told of the drug trafficking offenses. The three men will make their next court appearance later this month. Health news to report now. With filaria eliminated in 8 of the 10 administrative regions of Guyana, the Ministry of Health is now on a mission to achieve nationwide elimination, targeting regions 3 and 4. On Friday, the Ministry of Health launched its lymphatic filariasis elimination campaign for this year. Under the theme, "We share because we care. Take your pills." To eliminate the transmission of filaria, which is transmitted through the bite of the infected mosquito, the Ministry of Health will be administering a triple drug therapy. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony said the focus this time will be on regions 3 and 4.
We have 10 regions, right? But right now, because of previous efforts, in 8 of those regions, we can safely say that we have eliminated filaria from 8 of those regions. And that's an achievement, so you should give yourself a big round of applause for that. When we did the last epidemiological monitoring survey, what we found, because we set a cutoff point, that the positivity rate should be about 1%. And anything above that 1%, then we would want to go back and make sure that we reduce it, right? And so when we did that survey, we found that in regions 3 and regions 4, that we are a little bit above that 1%.
Dr. Anthony said based out of an abundance of caution and based on the advice of the Pan American Health Organization, the Health Ministry thought it fitting to execute another round of the mass drug administration in regions 3 and 4. Approximately 700 pill distributors have been spread across the 2 regions. The health minister urged them to do their best in getting people to take the pills.
I want you to make sure that you reach as many persons as possible. We're spending a lot of money on this. Both ourselves and PAHO, who have been generous in giving us a lot of resources to do this. So this investment that we are making, we want to make sure that we go out there and do our best. We got to walk every house, every street, and we got to talk to people. And if they don't understand the rationale, as Dr. Prasad was saying, we must spend some time to explain to them.
Meanwhile, the coordinator of the lymphatic filariasis campaign, Dr. Anastasia Sampson, explained that Guyana has been fighting to rid the country of the disease since 2001. She said just 2 regions are remaining.
The double drug therapy, Guyana needed to achieve 5 consecutive successful years of implementation. achieving a 65% or more epidemiological coverage. Despite its effectiveness, MDA's strategy depends on epidemiological coverage, which is defined as the proportion of the total population ingesting the medicine during the MDA. The MDA, using DEC and albendazole intervention, targeted the highly endemic regions, namely regions 3, 4, 5, and 10. Prior to 2017, Region 5 was the only region consistently surpassing the minimum threshold of 65% coverage. In 2017 and 2018, all the endemic regions surpassed the minimum threshold coverage, with regions 3 and 4 achieving 73, 91%, and 85 and 89% respectively.
The new campaign has been endorsed by the Pan American Health Organization and by the opposition.
Will it be another car or is it a house?
If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the Blinken Market.
Get ready for the 3rd edition of Blankets and Baskets on August 4, 2024.
The Maltino's ground comes alive with Guyana's best entertainers and a vibe that can't be matched.
Come for a chance to win numerous prizes,
including the grand prize of a... Tickets are $6,000 with other special luxury packages
from $40,000 to $120,000.
It's the Blankets and Baskets Extravaganza.
For more information, check out Blankets and Baskets on Facebook.
GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you are 18 years or over by June 30, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. If you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE, you are required to apply for registration if your name is not in the PLE, apply for a transfer if you have changed your address since you were registered, apply for a name change if you have changed your name, or apply for a correction if your registration particulars are incorrect. Any person whose information on the PLE is incorrect can apply for such information to be changed or corrected. Any person applying for a change or correction to his or her particulars must provide the relevant original source document, birth certificate and deed poll for a name change by deed poll, marriage certificate and ID card for a name change by marriage, divorce absolute in the case of a woman who is desirous of reverting to her maiden name from her married name, birth certificate, adoption or naturalization certificate for correction of minor clerical errors. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of those transactions. The claims aspect of this exercise will end on Monday, July 15, 2024. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Monster, bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the Buster flavors. Grab a Buster flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a Buster. Buster flavor, taste the savor. Buster flavors. Buster flavors.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. President Irfanali says that CARICOM's Ministerial Task Force on Agriculture has been asked to convene a strategic meeting to address the setback to the sector in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. According to CMC, Ali, in a live broadcast on Sunday, said the impact of Hurricane Beryl on the Caribbean has been disastrous, and on some islands where the storm completely wiped out the agriculture sector, resulting in a direct setback to the region's vision of reducing the food import bill by 25% by 2025. To address the situation, he said, a comprehensive analysis is needed on the impact in the affected countries. Ali, who has responsibility for agriculture within CARICOM, said the task force will also explore ideas on how the islands can rebuild, make technology available, and plant quick yielding varieties to get some earnings back to farmers. The task force will also discuss price stability and critical commodities needed so that it can be supplied to the affected islands to avoid further impact at the household level. The CARICOM chairman said he also intends to request the intervention of the Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO) and the European Commission of Agriculture (ECA) from an early stage to assist farmers and work with the region. The Trinidad-based Caribbean Public Health Agency CARFA says mosquito-borne diseases continue to pose a serious public health threat to the Caribbean region, and that there are more reports of dengue outbreaks with hospitalizations and deaths in some instances. In addition, CARFA said that it recently confirmed cases of Zika and chikungunya at its medical microbiology laboratory, warning these mosquito-borne diseases can have a major impact on the way of life and the vital tourism industry on which most of the islands depend. Interim Executive Director of CARFA, Dr. Lisa Indar, said the region of the Americas has seen a 200-fold increase in suspected dengue cases in the first half of 2024 compared to the same period in 2023. She urged member states to remain vigilant, adding that it is crucial that surveillance, prevention, and control measures are boosted to reduce the transmission of arboviruses in the Caribbean. CARFA said dengue is known to cause outbreaks every 3 to 5 years. The region has seen outbreaks of chikungunya and Zika virus infections that challenge public health systems virtually every country in the region. And finally tonight, international news. Russia rained missiles down on cities across Ukraine in broad daylight on Monday morning, killing at least 36 civilians and badly damaging Kiev's main children's hospital in the deadliest airstrike in months, officials said. Reuters, in a report, said parents holding babies walked in the street outside the hospital, dazed and sobbing after the rare daylight aerial attack. Windows had been smashed and panels ripped off, and hundreds of Kiev residents were helping to clear debris. Air defenses shot down 30 of 38 incoming missiles, the Air Force said. 50 civilian buildings, including residential buildings, a business center, and 2 medical facilities were damaged in Kiev and other central and eastern cities, the Interior Minister said. An online video obtained by Reuters, the location of which was verified using buildings in the footage, showed a missile falling from the sky towards the children's hospital, followed by a large explosion. The Security Service of Ukraine identified the missile as KH-101 cruise missile. 21 people were killed in Kiev and 65 more wounded in the main missile volley, and another strike that came 2 hours later, emergency services said. Debris from the latter missile hit a different Kiev hospital, killing 7 people, they said.
And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.